Hey guys, Bipolar Barbie here. Another PMDD week video. Women are always asking me, because I do post a lot about PMDD, which I think is necessary, because people need to know about it. When people say to me like 1 in 2 bipolar women are diagnosed, I honestly think the statistics are a lot higher, because I think PMDD is underdiagnosed. And I mean, I don't want to overdiagnose people, but it's just I know how horrific the impact of this has been on my life. And it breaks my heart to know that there is women and there are people out there who feel like this and don't know about it. I remember the first time I got a UTI. No one had ever mentioned a UTI to me at some point in my life, and I thought I was dying. It was scary. And I think, if you don't know what PMDD is, you don't know what to, look out for. It's sad that so many people think that this is normal, that this feeling is normal, and it reoccurs so frequently. So how did I get diagnosed? I knew something was seriously wrong, and I've been mood charting for, a really long time. And I've created my own mood chart, which when I launch my website will be available. I think I'm gonna sell the PDFs for $10, so you can buy it and I will email it to you and it will change your life. Or you can get a hard copy with some calendars and other stuff that I've got. So yeah, so there's that. And what was I even talking about? The brain fog is real. So treatment. Okay. There are some effective treatments for PMDD, but like anything, it's really hard. There are some really, I guess the good thing about it is, unlike bipolar and a bunch of other illnesses, it's there's a trial and error aspect to it, but nowhere near as bad. And really, if your PMDD is intense, then these are not just what has worked for me, the combination, but and things that I have learned the very hard way. But it is also, according to a lot of research that I've done and every doctor I've spoken to about it, which has been a fucking shit ton, these are actually the most proven and the most common treatment for every woman with PMDD. So it's actually a universal treatment plan. So first of all, there's the Mirena IUD, which takes care of the physical symptoms. And it actually, in most people, stops the period. It doesn't stop the menstrual cycle or the dropping of the egg, but it will help with the physical symptoms, with the pelvic pain and really intense periods. So that's always a good thing. But you do also need to be on the pill. And I've tried so many pills. And the thing is, if you got PMDD or something like bipolar, a lot of the pills are not going to work for you. They're going to make you worse. And I knew this as a teenager when I was trialing with contraception in my late teenage years. And I knew that there was just a bunch that weren't working out for me. So Yaz was the one that I got on, and I was on for 4 years. And when I stopped taking Yaz, then I think that was when my PMDD got worse. Or not worse, it was just it was apparent because I was not on the treatment for PMDD, which I didn't even realize I had. So I didn't realize that I was already on the treatment, which would have been lessening my symptoms. Yaz is the only one that has proven to be effective against PMDD. So it's not just about going on a contraceptive pill. The Yaz is really, really effective for a bunch of different reasons. It has a completely different chemical makeup to a lot of the other ones. So there's the Yaz. There's also the antidepressants, which is Zoloft. Is probably one of the most effective because it's an anxiety and depression one. It's also relatively safe. Normally what they would do is have you on a constant dose of antidepressant, and then they would double it during that 10-day period so that you get that extra added relief, which is what we all want. So I've been forgetting to do that. And previously, I just had continued to take the double dose all the time, which I really kind of needed anyway for everything else. So I think that's what I'm going to go back to now. So yeah, going on that. What else helps? Yeah, women's multivitamin really helps as well. And there's a lot of diet changes you can do that help too, to make sure that your gut health and everything like that is the most effective. you know, to keep your body in peak, like, physical shape as well, getting those, like, extra nutrients that, like, women need. So that is, I guess, you know, the combination that you need to be looking for if you want maximum relief. So going on the pill basically gave me, like, half relief. Going on the antidepressant really probably, you know, took me up to, like, 90% relief. And, you know, the other stuff, like healthy lifestyle, healthy diet, and, you know, your vitamins, that gives you about, like, you know, maybe the other, like, 5% relief. There's probably 5% that is, like, never going. Like, you're still battling an illness, so it's not always going to just go away. But that is the treatment that I use. It is the most widely adopted treatment. If you Google PMDD, those will be the treatment methods that they suggest. That is the initial treatment that doctors start. Obviously, they really do want you on the least amount of medication possible. And you might have a hard time convincing people that that's what's going on, but fight for it. And if you get the mood chart, it's really handy to take with you to your doctors. They say it's really helpful. And that's like the proof that you need to convince them that there is a pattern and that something is severely going on. And it's really sad when people have the same experience as me, where doctors are either like, yeah, whatever, I don't really, like, know about it, and, you know, don't do anything about it. Or I've heard people that have gone to the doctor, particularly bipolar women, and the doctors have simply said to them, yeah, well, you know, most bipolar women have it, so, like, that would make sense. And then not done anything about it. And I don't think the medical community understands how severe it is. And it wasn't until my last hospital admission where my psychiatrist saw it multiple times, and she was like, okay, I was begging her for like 12 months to help me out, because I was stuck between this rock and a hard place where she's saying to me, it's not a psychiatric condition, so you got to speak to a general practitioner about it. And all my GPs were like, oh yeah, but you see a psychiatrist, so we can't really be playing with any of your meds without them. So I just got ping pong back and forth, and that was like fucked, because nobody wanted to help me. No one wanted to take responsibility. But I have found considerable relief with those methods. Why do I feel like a piece of shit right now? Because I just, like, forgot to take my pill for probably about a week, and I was on a lower dose of antidepressants. Like, there was a whole bunch of contributing factors. And the trouble is, like, if I sort of miss the pill or stuff up that whole aspect of it, then literally I'm, like, back to, like, square one for a couple of months, like, at least. So if you do get on the treatment and it's working, make sure you stay with it, because otherwise you are just going to go back to the start, and it sucks. It sucks balls. And knowing you have PMDD doesn't make it any, like, easier to deal with, but at least when you get super, like, suicidal and emotional before your period, like, that night before my period, it's like, it's so bad. It's really bad. The dark places that my mind goes through, it's scary how quickly that can happen. So I hope you found this helpful. Maybe have a look if you think you have PMDD, look up the treatment methods and just go with it, you know. It will change your life. There is no need to feel like this. And more women need to know about it, talk about it, you know. I know a lot of my girlfriends talk about their period problems when they're on their period, and I always mention this. I make a point to mention it to every, like, woman I know, because it could just change their life. It is unnecessary suffering. So thanks, guys. Thanks for watching this video. If you want more videos on PMDD, give me a thumbs up and let me know your thoughts and experiences. And let's talk about what treatment worked for you in the comments below. Thanks, guys.